Hey, what's up YouTube? What's going on? Back here with a new video today. And in today's new video, what I wanted to talk about is just a quick thought on mobility and stability training, specifically when it comes to an athletic population. So when we talk about athletics and we talk about different sporting events, it's important for a coach to identify the needs and requirements of that athlete's sport. And the reason why it's important to identify the requirements, because when it comes to mobility or stability training, that's going to specifically influence what they do in terms of mobility or stability. Because when we talk about stability and mobility, too much stability or too much mobility can be detrimental to performance, just like too little stability or too little mobility can be detrimental as well. Now, when we take two extreme examples, let's say we have a powerlifter. A powerlifter needs lots of stability, and they need just enough mobility to get into the wedged position that allows them to get their hips down close to the bar, that allows them to pick up the bar while maintaining a good neutral spinal position. Any more mobility may be detrimental. Now, when we look to the opposite side, we look to a gymnast now. A gymnast needs lots of mobility and very little stability, just enough stability to kind of control some of those end ranges that they may get into. And the reason being is because if we were to give them a lot of stability training, or if we were to make them very stable and stiff, like a powerlifter, they would not be able to reach those desired positions or desired motions that they get into that allows them to do what they do. So right there we see two different sides of the spectrum, both being on the extreme opposite, where one, we need a lot of stability in the case of a powerlifter, and in a gymnast we see where one needs a lot of mobility training and very little stability training. Now, if we were to take someone in the center, let's say a hockey player. So a hockey player needs both stability and mobility training, but they just need to find the appropriate amount that allows them to fine-tune their performance in athletics when performing their sport. So for example, a hockey player needs stability in order to absorb a hit, because if they were very mobile, as such case in a gymnast, if they were to get hit, they'd get run over. It's just simple as that. But they need that stability in order to maybe make a hit, deliver a hit, or even to absorb a hit. But at the same time, they also need mobility as well. Specifically, they need hip mobility in order to get proper hip extension or to get proper stride length when they're skating. If they don't have good mobility, they may be very stiff, as in the case of a powerlifter, and maybe it may take away from their stride in their skating, and it may slow down their speed. So fine-tuning the athlete specifically to their needs is critical for their performance, and it's important for a coach to identify that via the demands of their sport or their athletics, and then prescribing the appropriate exercises in the appropriate mobility and stability program for that individual or for that athlete. So that's just a quick thought that I wanted to share with you guys when it comes to mobility and stability training, because too much mobility or too much stability or too little mobility or too little stability can be detrimental to performance depending on the athlete and depending on their goals and requirements for their sport. Because at the end of the day, we do not want to take away from the performance. We want to optimize their performance and also prevent injury as well. So with that being said, guys, that's it for this video. If you have any comments, questions, if you found this video interesting or have anything you want to share or say, please be sure to leave a comment below. And until next time, we'll wrap it up for this video. And I wish you guys all the best and a successful and productive day, and take care.